Hey, it's Kilobyte here. Today we're going to be, in this video I should say, we're going to be talking about removing a dishwasher. I've got a new dishwasher supposed to be delivered in about 2 hours, and they're going to be picking up this old one, and so I've got to get it out. Some tools that have to be used, or I recommend at least, a pair of pliers, an adjustable wrench or two, or crescent wrenches, depending on where you're from, screwdriver, flashlight, a small container to catch some water, and some old towels. Alright, so when dealing with a dishwasher, you're dealing with power. It's got to have electricity. It uses water, so there's some definite safety concerns. First thing we're going to do is deal with the power. This one is actually connected directly to a power source. In other words, there's not a plug that you can unplug under the sink. If yours has that, great. This one does not. It has a power box under the dishwasher, which we'll get into. So what I've got to do is turn off the circuit breaker, and then we'll test it and make sure that there is actually no power there. Alright, I'm at my circuit box, fuse box. They're all circuits now, of course. And I have found the one labeled dishwasher. It is, the way these works, it's a second fuse from the top, depending on how your person wrote these. Some people will do it properly, so when you've got two here, they'll actually take two spaces. But like this one was not, they only took one. So when you use these, make sure you get the right circuit to turn off. In this case, the one for kitchen plugs, GFI, is right here, and it's just a single. So we're good. We know we go to the second one, dishwasher and disposal. It's right here. Turn it off. So now, theoretically, we have no power to the dishwasher, but we'll test that first. Alright, so how do we test that? Well, here we are at the dishwasher, and it's pretty simple. I'm going to turn it and make sure it's locked. There are no lights. No lights are on. Nothing is happening. I'm quite sure that there is no power. Now, if you there are testers that you can get that'll check to see if there's live current on the wire. If you have one of those, great. I don't, and in this case, it's all under the dishwasher. So I can't test it until I'm under there anyway. I just turn it back to off, but again, there's no lights. Those actually aren't lights, but so we're pretty good. I think we're good on power. Always be careful. Next thing you have is water. Well, water comes in, water goes out. Has to have a place to go out. And in this case, we're going to go under the sink. It's right next to the dishwasher. And yes, you get to see the mess. Now your dishwasher uses hot water. It's actually got a built-in heater inside the dishwasher to make it even hotter. So you're probably looking for your hot water entrance into the underneath your kitchen sink. This is the hot water. It comes up, if you follow this, it comes up to the hot water side of the faucet. The other thing to look for is the fact that it'll have not only one that goes up to the hot water of the faucet, it'll have a second outlet, and if you follow that, it goes over towards the dishwasher. So it'll have two out. You simply turn it off. Alright, so how would you test that? Well, it goes to the kitchen sink, which I suppose I could have cleaned up a little. There's my hot water. Nothing. Cold water works. Hot water, nothing. So we know the water is off. So we've done the first two steps, power and water. Now we're going to, in this case, this is a copper line, so you'll leave this here and you'll be disconnecting it underneath the dishwasher. If yours is a flexible hose, then you can look at disconnecting it there if you want. But in ours, we're going to have to wait till we get under. Now, that's the water coming in. Water coming out. You will have most likely a flexible hose. Looks something like this. And that is your drain. And it'll, if you follow it up, and see if I can get my camera work better. You'll see right over here. Okay, so it comes out, and in this case, it comes down to the regular drain, and you'll see there's a clamp with a screw fitting. So what we will do is we're going to unscrew that, and I will tell you that there will be some water trapped in here. That's what the bucket's for. And we're going to try to get as much as possible to go in the bucket. We'll also have some towels down to keep it from going all over the place. Some of these drains will go into your garbage disposal. That's what this would actually be for, but in our case, it just goes to the regular drain, because when the house was built, it didn't come with a garbage disposal. So ours just goes to the regular drain. As far as I know, it doesn't make any difference. I'm certainly not going to mess with trying to close this off to have it run to the garbage disposal. That would be a lot of possibly unnecessary work. So let me disconnect. I'm going to remove that clamp and make a mess. Alright, I got the hose off. You can see how it looks there. It's just got that metal piece that sticks up. And we'll follow out. Here is the end. And there was absolutely no water in it. It was completely dry in this case. Don't count on yours being that. Be prepared. And just a piece of advice on water runs downhill. So you see I got the bucket down here, trying to give the water a downhill path, and there's still nothing coming out. Now this dishwasher hasn't been used in a couple days because I wanted it as dry as possible. You notice I got the small towel down here just in case as well, but we look good. Next step, we'll be starting on the screws holding the dishwasher in. The first thing you want to do is start with the ones underneath. And my camera work, hey everybody. There will be, at least in this one, there's a screw here. I hope you can see it. And there's a screw over here. You'll take this plate off first. Then we'll take this next one up. And then there'll be a couple here and here. So that's what the order in which you do them. And the ones for this, yeah, right here and right here. So bottom two, that'll loosen this up. This one, then this one. Camera works getting all over the place, sorry. That'll pull those out. All right, so I'll take care of those. All right, so the front bottom plates are all removed. I have vacuumed underneath here. The top brackets are still holding the dishwasher in place. I chose to do so because when you remove those, the dishwasher is going to be prone to tipping forward, and I don't want it to tip forward on me. So first thing we're going to do is here is your water inlet right here. You'll notice there's Teflon tape on the on this piece of it. Right here is what we want to remove, and you want to do it. If I was on the other side, it would be counterclockwise. So since I'm on this side, it's going to be clockwise, and I'm going to probably have to hold this up with a pair of pliers. Yeah, okay, but that's all. That's how you will do it. You'll just turn this down so that it'll loosen, and you're going to have a pair of pliers to hold that up, keep it in place. You don't want to, actually this is the old one, so I really don't care, but I don't want to get water all over, so any more than I have to. So hold this pair of pliers and turn this with your adjustable wrench. I have a towel down because water will most likely come out of there. Alright, let me not cover the mic. Okay, first thing, this is off. There really wasn't a lot of water that came out. It is a pressure fitting, and it just once you get the nut off, it just slides back, but it was really tight for me, and I will tell you right now, these are sharp, and so are the brackets in the back. Got a little nick on my knuckle, so be warned. Gloves may be useful. Let's move over to this side where you will see the drain is here, and it is a simple pressure clamp. What you will want to do is use a pair of pliers. I'm using adjustable, I don't even know what these things are technically called, but these angled pliers. I hope you can see that. Squeeze them. Alright, it doesn't want to come backwards. Alright, so someone watching this video, count how many times I say alright, and then post those. So it's loose. Now you're going to have to work it a little to get it. Okay, this one's got a lot of water because it's low. So I'm going to move this. Unfortunately, I don't have a bucket that'll fit under it. I may, if I had a deep plate or something, I might try that. Let's just see what we get. This is the water that didn't get pumped out of the bottom of the dishwasher. And I'm going to see if I got a container that's about an inch tall. It can't be real wide to catch some of that water. Alright, so I am actually, just in case you're wondering, I'm laying on the ground. So that's why I have my nice towel here to cushion my elbows and stuff. I got this little Tupperware piece, and you can hopefully see how much water came out of the bottom of the tub. And I got as much as I could from the hose. Of course, water goes downhill, and this is coming up a little. So there's going to be more that's going to come out, and that's what these towels are for. And see, there you go. In fact, I think I'm just going to let this set here, because when I pull the dishwasher out, hopefully this will not make too big of a mess. Well, nah, that's a lot of water coming out. Alright, I'm going to have to figure that out. Are you counting the alrights? So, that's the drain. Next is the power. I want this dry, even though I know I've tested the power, everything, there's no power. I want to be careful, make sure there's not any water down here. And I'm going to start by unscrewing this screw right here. Alright, so what I ended up doing, you counting the alrights? Water runs downhill. What I ended up doing is I lifted this up back here, and so that this was raised at least equal to that little bucket I had, that little Tupperware container. I still have this over here over a towel, and I think there's still just a little bit of water in it, but it's not bad. I have taken the screw out here, which allows you to pull this down and out. That's that plate. And that gets you to the electricals. On this one, again, it doesn't have a plug. Power is off. We've already shown that. And depending on your codes, there may be, yours may be just like this, or it may be a little different. You'll notice, so with this, these are easy. Unscrew. Again, there's no power, so I don't have to worry about these touching. if you're not comfortable with this, then just, you can have someone else do it, or to be safe, don't let these touch. So you could theoretically just put a piece of electrical tape or something on them. The ground is screwed in right here. So I'm going to be taking a screwdriver, and I love how these have flathead as well as Phillips screws. So I keep having to switch out my screwdriver. What we'll do is unscrew this. I hope this video... Oh, are you serious? It needs the small one? Oh, I got the big one. Alright, it wants the medium one. This video's getting longer than I was hoping it would be, but we got some good tips. So you may not have to take it all the way out, or you may. I guess in my case, I'm going to have to. I was hoping I'd be able to just pull that out. There we go. That's your ground wire. See, that loosens up your electric, which you will then slide back through. If you have a screw, you could have a nut right here, which you would just unscrew the nut. Now your power is disconnected. So your water, drain, power are disconnected from the sources or the destinations, depending on what you're talking about. In this case, I have cardboard underneath these front screws because I thought I had it good and tight when I put it in. As it turns out, I had to raise it when I tightened the top brackets, which we will loosen next. It pulled this up a little. Dealing with these screws is a pain. I just stuck some cardboard under it. The cardboard will serve us well, though, when we pull it out. Because what we're going to do is leave that cardboard. If you don't have cardboard under it like I do, I suggest loosening these up, moving them up, sticking some thin cardboard underneath so you don't scratch your floor. What we're going to do now is open, and now you see why we're getting the new dishwasher. It's rusty, it's getting on dishes, and it's 13 plus years old, so it's not in real good shape. But hope my camera work doesn't suck too much here. Alright, so now I'm going to loosen these. Once we'll tell you that when I loosen the other one, it will want to fall forward. So I'm going to have to put the camera down. I'm going to loosen this, then I'm going to tighten. Did I get that? Loosen this, then close the door, and we get to pull it out. Okay, those brackets are loose. Dishwasher is loose. Obviously, if I pull here, come on, camera work. It's going to open the door, so I don't want to touch that. But I can, like the vent, I'm going to slowly pull it forward. It helps if you've got a couple people, but it's not. As you see, I've got the cardboard under it. This one has wheels on the back, so this one actually comes out pretty easy. Just don't scratch up your floor. Now, your water lines, your little drain holes, and your power could catch underneath. See, something's catching on mine. I think it's just the padding, the sound and insulation. I suggest checking yours as you pull it out. But that cardboard underneath the front legs makes all the difference in the world as far as the ease of pulling it out. And they're not that heavy, but you know, if you're going to lift it, get a second person maybe. You know, be safe, deal with your electrical first. Make sure that that's safe. Deal with your water so you don't make a big mess. Have your towels. For watching, and if you find this helpful, please like, comment, or subscribe so that it'll show up in the searches. And good luck!